Hi, I'm Molly Moynahan from The Teacher's Way, and I want to talk to you a little bit about 10 myths about writing. The first one is you don't need to leave home to write. I mean, it's really nice to go away somewhere with mountains and maybe the ocean or a big lake. However, you can just go on vacation and you can write at home, or you can write in your office during lunch hour. You can write while you're commuting. So just remember that. You don't have to go to a beautiful place to write. And if you aren't writing already, you won't be doing it there, I promise you. So the next one is that you have to write every day. That's a myth. You can do something else. I mean, it's always good to feed your creativity, use other parts of your brain. So you could go to a museum, go to a movie, read a book. We'll talk more about reading a little later, but you really do not have to have this write every day in your mind. If you do write every day, that's wonderful. But I actually don't know any really successful writers that write every day, to be honest with you. Another one is that you can't improve. You can definitely improve. One way to improve is just to keep writing. I mean, I started out with a collection of the worst poems ever when I was in 5th grade, called The Collected Works of Mary Ellen Moynahan, which is actually my real name. And now I'm a much better writer. Also, the idea of sharing your work. Sharing your work is important. It lets the air in, it lets the light in, it helps you get over the idea that your writing is, unless it really is private, only for you. So, you know, read things aloud, preferably to something other than your cat or dog. But do it with a friend who understands what you're trying to do, or a mentor who understands what you're trying to do. Eavesdropping is bad. That's not true. Eavesdropping is great for learning how to write dialogue. You listen to people talk to each other, and then you understand the relationship. So, you know, sisters or brothers are interrupting each other and talking over each other, and lovers are just kind of cooing and saying things and finishing each other's sentences. Longtime married people might be finishing each other's sentences, but not quite so sweetly. It's a really good practice. And, you know, don't listen to someone's terribly secret stuff, but you can sit next to someone in a coffee shop and actually write down what they say. Another one is that idea about critical feedback always being helpful. Sometimes people are just plain mean or don't get what you're doing, or they just don't like it. And not everybody's going to like your stuff. I've gotten some really mean reviews. I had one that said reading my writing was like being locked up with a hysterical adolescent. You see, and I never forgot, in a closet with a hysterical adolescent. I never forgot that. And that was my first novel. That was like 20 years ago. Also, don't read what you write immediately, because you're going to hate it. It's really rare for someone to write something and then read it and then think, oh, this is really good. You need some space. You need some time. Reading is important to your writing. It is so important to read other people. You know, you can read a genre that's very similar to yours, but you also should try to read other things. When I was a child, I read everything. I read the toothpaste tubes and the cereal boxes, and then, you know, I graduated to Little Women and other things like that, and then went on. And one of the great things about college was being asked, or probably forced, to read Milton, Paradise Lost, but also you can read fun novels and blog posts and all kinds of stuff. But you should take in the written word, because it'll help you write better. So generally, do read, do write, and do better. And visit me at The Teacher's Way.